All right, we are back. Tubi Classics. This is the Stacy's. She's reported enough for her duty. This is her last of her obligations as of right now, unless we change it up and make her come back quarterly.
We're at the end of my contract, and we're looking at possibly renegotiating. Just depends on what next movie we have to watch.
We got some good ones out there, Scott. They've been churning them out. You put one in there.
Yeah,
Men of War just dropped a new one.
I just watched that. If I Can't, that was
that was
wild.
That was wild. It could have been 20 minutes off if we had no sex scenes, but that's a whole nother thing. Like
a lot of sex scenes. Got to show off the body.
In general, directors, we don't need sex scenes as long as y'all make them. Y'all make them like important parts of the movie.
Yeah.
Like if I see the door closed and two adults are walking in the room, I get it. That's 5-10 minutes you could cut off your whole movie or added more contexture to the storyline.
Right.
With you not having somebody giving somebody head or getting their back blown out in a scene.
And love scenes can be done. So, like, I mean, I think about Love Jones, right? So the scene with Darius and Nina, right? It's a sex scene in there, but it worked with the movie, and it wasn't the point of the movie, right? Like, we would have known that they had sex anyway, but you got to see the passion of it, and it was like, what, 30 seconds?
Yeah, it wasn't long.
Whatever, and then you moved on, and then now we're talking about something else. But yeah, I'm tired of the sex.
Damaged Goods is one where there is just our last movie we did. There's a lot of sex scenes for no reason.
Why?
Showing off the damaged goods.
That's exactly what happened.
What we are doing a classic that was on Tubi until we recorded this, but we here now. It is what it is.
I guess I think we had until July 1st, and then that's where we messed up.
Yeah, you gotta do it by the 1st.
Yeah, because like I can honestly state that July. What day did I say I was watching it? The 27th or the 28th last week. It was on Tubi. Today it is not. It'll be back.
It's a classic. We decided
it'll be back on August the 1st. So by the time y'all see this, be prepared to watch it again.
Yeah, they gave it a break.
August 1st is punting back, right, Stacey?
That's what Tubi said. Now, I don't know if Tubi is known to lie. I don't know that.
Menace II Society, the first movie from the Hughes Brothers. They were 19, 20 years old when they directed this film.
Classic.
Story. Is it a coming of age film? That's what it says in the description. I'm assuming somebody white wrote the coming of age film. I call it a horror film. A black horror film is this film, starring hold on, notes. Hold on.
Tyrin
Turner, Larenz Tate, Tyrin Turner, young Jada Pinkett, and supposedly a young Tupac. We will talk about that as
Too
well.
short.
Too short in there. A young a
Clifton
pretty
Powell. Shout out to the new Pinky page.
a skinny Clifton Powell.
Yeah. Also, Clifton Powell's character Pinky has their own YouTube page. He has a new video up of him going in the outfit from Gary with the T, fitting him.
Hey, shout out to Clifton Powell, man.
Shout out to Clifton Powell.
He the bad guy that I like. Hey, for real. If I was to do a movie, I want him to play my dad.
Is he equal to our man Trick's little brother? Is he the newer version of was it Kareem Diesel Hassan? Yeah. Is he the hood version of that? I mean, I guess Clifton Powell was a hood version of it, but now
I can see it.
Yeah, I'm interested with that, but let's dive into it. Original thoughts, Scott, on Menace Society. This movie came out in 1993.
Yeah, we just celebrating 30 years of it.
30 years.
30 years.
It's in my top 5. when I saw it, even though we know it wasn't the happy ending, I was still like, damn, this was just, but to me, it's better than Boys in the Hood. It just told a more in-depth hood story. You know, he not trying to go to college. He just trying to get away, just get away from the hood, and Pernell showed him what was up.
Stacey.
That is something that was mentioned throughout the film several times during this rewatch. I actually saw Menace Society in the theater when it came out. I got my grandma. No, who took me to see Menace Society? I don't remember. I'm positive that I saw it at Halls Ferry in North County. I'm positive
that was an experience then. That was an experience.
So I saw it then. I've seen it since then, but now is in my big grown age, really watching it and being like, man, it's not, the movie isn't bad. Let me say that. Just some things you're like, man, that is just ridiculous. And it's just at that younger age, not really understanding it all, but it's still definitely, as far as this type of film, top 5. And you said you called it a horror film. I think I've seen it referenced as a thriller or like a hood thriller or urban thriller. And I'll go with that because it's like there is that horror in it, but it's that horror of everyday life for them at that time. Well, hell, now. Now they had pagers then, now we got cell phones. That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Or the tape, the robbery tape would have been a TikTok video.
Yeah, they can get the access from their phone.
That would
I recorded it. Hey, I recorded me shooting that lady at the store.
Exactly.
You got to read it though.
Yeah, they watching it like ESPN, like it's top 10.
That tape that's hilarious. Oh dog. Wait a minute. Let's just talk about the movie. Like before we before I start giving away plot summaries. Yeah. Like let's roll. Let's go.
Yeah, so I mean, the movie starts right there. I mean, what are you talking about? The movie starts.
Wait a minute. I have several pages of notes here. First thing I wrote was Caine went in the store for beer and came out an accessory to murder and armed robbery. That's how the movie starts, essentially.
I mean,
they go to get beer. Underage, mind you. I want to write that down. That underage people get away with more shit on TV and in movies. And it's not to say that you can't just be under 21 and go buy alcohol, but it's so prevalent. Like what the hell? Like just everybody just got drinks. Like ain't even no fake IDs no more. Like at that time, it's just like, nah, you just went in.
You just walk, get a 40.
Keep in mind that Larenz Tate was actually playing his age damn near at that time. He was playing his age. Tyrin Turner was like 5 years older than him.
Which is interesting because Caine was 18. We know that Caine was 18 and Larenz Tate. So O-Dog was younger than him. He was a minor. 16. So yeah, he had to been 16. That was my guess, was that he was 16.
Yeah, because he was always in juvenile.
Which is just, again, insane. But the reality that there are 16-year-olds who have lived O-Dog's life. That's the reality of it.
But think that he was the one it wasn't that Tyrin was at least 18. It was a young cat at the thing like, yeah, we got 40s here, like.
Yeah, so when they went to the party.
So how much have they been living off the neighborhood of just giving away alcohol like that to underage people?
That's what it was. That's just, I think that was just the culture. Or you're around people or people who are of age and no one is saying, don't do this.
Yeah, like gotta have a 40.
Right, you gotta have 40. This is what we do. This is what makes you whatever. It makes you real. It makes you a man. It makes you whatever. That's what we do. Like, and if you don't do it, then you're a chump, you're a sucker. Or as AWACS, AWACS, the biggest instigator ever. It's like,
man, all y'all some bitches.
Right. Like Caine even mentions when he describes who AWACS is. He was like, yeah, OG AWACS had already did his dirt. So
he just like to see other niggas.
He just like to see other people do shit. It's like you need an AWACS in your life, but you don't need that AWACS in your life. Somebody who's never going to tell you this is a bad idea. Why? Because he just want to see if you're going to do the shit.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't do it, now he's going to talk bad about
you. Yep.
So, like I said, but I also feel like we all know somebody like that. that is just this instigator. Like, why? Like, they always on your ass about some shit. It's like, why me? Like,
and why is his grown ass hanging out with these teenagers?
Yeah, he like 25.
The demographic of ages that are within this community, like everybody is. You got the OGs who are there, and then you got, like I said, shit, old dog. Where does he even live? No, we don't even know. We don't know where old dog.
Well, Stacy was graduating because he was finna get a football scholarship.
Right, he was going to
yeah.
But he had 3 kids already. Remember?
Yeah.
That part.
And
so
Sharif was going with him.
Because like I remember him talking about Stacy Jr. But when he says I got to go pick up one of my kids, I'm like, one of them.
Yeah.
But hey, I appreciate Stacy driving a Chevy. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Stacy had the heavy Chevy. I appreciate it. Don't fuck your shit up.
So mentioning O-Dog as we go through that, as we start out with him and Caine, there is a theory out there that O-Dog is the alter ego of Caine, and O-Dog does not exist. And O-Dog is basically Caine doing all these different things.
Because nothing never happens to O-Dog.
We, like as Stacy said, we don't know where he lived. We don't know nothing about him at all.
Yeah, you just see him out.
It's the only reason that I can't go with that theory is because you do see O-Dog interacting with people. So with the whole he doesn't exist thing, think about Sixth Sense. Bruce Willis's character never actually interacted with anybody but the little boy. Right? Mm-hmm. So if O-Dog only interacted with Caine, I'm listening to you. But O-Dog is absolutely a character. He's just a horrible.
And he's playing cards with people and stuff like, you know, like, hey.
Yeah, so yeah, he's actually interacting, playing cards with people. So it's it could have been, now, if they wanted to remake it, if somebody wanted to play around and do a remake and kind of change that narrative, I'm willing to watch that. I want to but it's not the Hughes Brothers. I don't want the Hughes Brothers, but it can. I think it could be absolutely done with someone who sees that vision and can really carry it out. I think it could happen.
God, what do you think about the theory that, you know?
I like that. I like the theory, but like, yeah, what Stacey was saying, he interacted with everybody else. But my thing is, nothing never happened to him. You know, he was shooting. The movie starts off, he killing people. It starts off him just killing people, man. Then he killed the crackhead. Nothing that, you know, and then that's when AWAC's like, come on, man. You know, y'all want a cheeseburger?
Right. I feel, and I made a note about that I feel like O-Dog needed everybody to think that he was tough.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, he couldn't just be tough. And like, because there are some people out there, like, don't fuck with them. And they don't and you may not have ever seen them do anything, but you just know I don't fuck with him. I feel like O-Dog felt like he had to keep kind of proving that to people.
But like Caine granddaddy said, he was like, and Kevin, I've heard stories about you. Because that is his real name, Kevin.
Yep.
Kevin.
Yep. Wait a minute, hold on. I actually have, because I saw.
Hey, hold on.
That's right. Like, and Kevin, I've heard stories about you.
Where are you at?
Oh.
I actually just saw everybody's real name. Kevin was like Kevin Anderson or something. Like they had O-Dog whole name. Kevin O-Dog Anderson. And then to that point, what the hell? So you got Caine Lawson, right? So Caine, that's his name. But you keep hearing them call him KD throughout the film. Older adults call him KD. So I'm assuming his name is KD and Caine is the nickname?
Oh, yeah.
Plot hole.
I mean, I don't know who many people naming their
brothers
kid Caine. From Cain and Abel, just naming their kid Caine.
Hey, but shout out to his daddy though, Samuel.
And his mother, Candy Alexander.
And Candy.
Yeah.
AJ Johnson playing cards at the table with him.
Nigga, you owe me money? Hell no, but nigga still. Like, hey, it wasn't no mess.
He's like, who you think you is, Ryan O'Neal?
I just spent 15 years in the joint.
That was definitely.
And keep in mind, that was what year they said was 75?
Yeah, 70 something. Yeah.
So think about, he did 15 years in the joint, so that means he went in 61.
Yeah, he went in the early 60s.
You went out now for a second. You got my money? nigga, I just got out. Like, but ain't that some shit though? You just got out there, and then the first question,
no,
pressing you for some money,
and that's from the 60s. So he remember from we wasn't even free yet, and he was trying to collect on a debt from 1959.
You see that motherfucker Bobby? Motherfucker gonna be $35 motherfucking dollars, and that's exactly what this is.
Hey.
And at that time, $35 was a lot of money.
Hey.
Yeah.
So you owe me $35, and the idea, like, it wasn't. Write this down. He did not get shot because he owed him money. He got shot because he was talking shit to Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes.
And you're dealing with a nigga who's sitting here with a gun out, and as soon as he pulls the gun out, you still continue to talk shit. I'm sorry. If you pull a gun out on me, I'm going to go ahead and probably calm down.
I just got the joint. My freedom. I just got my freedom.
I want to change my tone, and I'm going to watch how I talk to you. Because
my bad. I had a little too much to drink.
My bad. You know, I was locked up in the joint. We talk to each other different there.
Yeah.
I got to readjust to being out here. Okay, let's all right, just calm down. Let's put the guns away. That's it. But that's not what happened.
So was Caine grandparents, was that his daddy parents or his mama parents?
Probably his mama parents.
I think it was mama parents. Okay. Yeah. Samuel Jackson parents went around. Like, this is for real.
Like, real talk, you go live with your grandparents, you're probably staying with your mother's parents.
Your mom parents.
You're not staying with your daddy parents. Like, you ain't staying over there. That's probably where the mean grandma was.
Yeah.
And she ain't like that you was even born, period.
That's why his daddy was like he was.
I told her about being with him.
I said, I kicked him out
in 58. The year before homeboy at the table owed him the money. That's the year before he got kicked out.
But so young Caine was Miles from Soul Food.
Yeah.
I forgot Bruh Man was in the movie.
Yeah.
In the beginning. When he
OG Bobby Johnson.
Like, right. I was like, oh snap. Oh, definitely OG Bobby Johnson. Like, yeah. What did he say? Oh, when he's graduating from summer school, and he says, growing up out here, like he's talking about, math and all that shit. He's like, growing up out here, that shit, like all the shit couldn't been learned in a classroom. And I wrote down, tell that to Stringer Bell, because that man went back to college, took some business courses to get their product off the shelf. So, and if nothing, isn't drug dealing a lot of math and chemistry?
100%.
Fractions.
Fractions and shit or whatever, right? That's why Stacey can't be a drug dealer. I can't count. I cannot count. My mental math is horrible, right? That's why I don't work cash registers, anything. I'm gonna mess up your change unless it's whole dollars, period. So the idea that you can learn anything in school, you can if you just figure out the correct subjects you need to be paying attention to. You could be Stringer Bell. You could be Stringer Bell. But nobody tells
me. Him being with his grandparents, though, he would have been way more sheltered. That was one of the only discrepancy I had of the fact that if he had those strict grandparents like that, they wouldn't let him out the house.
Yeah, ain't nobody grandparents let you get a 5.0.
Yeah, especially them that being that religious, they would have been like, no, you can sit on the porch.
I think by the time that he was, especially with him being 18, and then even at the end when Grandpa was like, we tried to raise you, but you're bad. Like he said, you're bad. Grandma had that wig on. Grandma had a real grandma wig. Okay. That when I saw that wig, I said that woman know how.
Isn't that the same grandma or mama from 5 Heartbeats?
Yep. Was it Eddie Caine?
It's the mama from 5 Heartbeats.
Was it Eddie Caine, mom?
I remember her.
And it's the same wig.
Yeah.
I remember her being a Meteor Man.
She brought it right off the other set.
It's that wig. That's why I remember the wig. As soon as you just said, I'm like, wait, I remember that wig from somewhere else. But that's an OG grandma wig. Okay, that's the kind of grandma that house coat that she always had on. That's a grandma.
Yeah.
Period.
Grandmas don't wear that no more.
Grandmas don't wear that no more.
Nah, man, grandma's wearing leopard print.
That's it. Okay, grandma out here trying to buy some Savage Fenty.
Nah, grandma at happy hour, man.
Right, grandma trying to buy some Savage Fenty. Caine had real grandparents, but it's that issue of when you have grandparents that are like that, who were older. I'm sure they weren't driving or anything. Like, they had what they had. They were probably living off of their Social Security or whatever, right? He probably maybe a pension or something. Probably fought in some war and getting an army pension.
He was a vet.
Like, so they got what they had. Like, they had what they had. And you're trying to raise this young boy, and shit just ain't working. And with them eventually doing what they did, the decision they made with him, it was coming. But I feel like they were waiting on him to be of age. Like, okay, let's see let's get him through high school. Let's get him to 18, and hopefully maybe he'll straighten up. But then it's like, well, he's 18 now, and that happens.
So you think they've been wanting to wash their hands of him?
I think that they have done everything that they can, or how they know how to what they know how to do.
Yeah,
right. They've already lost a daughter or maybe their son to drugs. So like,
and then the one cousin just got shot.
Harold. So they've done the best they can with what they know. And to that point, that makes that difference sometimes when having a younger parent. So maybe not a grandparent, but just someone who's a little bit younger, whose eyes are more open to what the hell is going on, versus a grandparent who sometimes you can tell them a quick lie. I mean, they had no way to check that shit. At all. Like, I can't follow up on what you just told me, that you wasn't here, you wasn't there. But I think, like, I mean, we know he wasn't working a real job. So, and I'm sure they wouldn't let him bring money in the house.
Yeah, he wasn't working a real job. Come on now.
He wasn't working. He never worked a real job. He absolutely ate, like, the way that Ronnie wouldn't take money from him. I know. Well, let me say, Ronnie wouldn't take money from him that day. But I'm sure
taking it from Pernell.
We'll get to Ronnie in a minute, and I don't have a problem with Ronnie, but I got some questions. But I think that, I think his grandparents just did the best they could. When you get to be 70, 80 years old,
they was tired.
You're tired. You was tired anyway.
Yeah. I mean, your daughter already OD or whatever,
right? Mm-hmm. You're already tired, and now you were trying to raise this grandson who
you can't control. I'm not
gonna call him ungrateful, but won't listen to shit you got to say.
Yeah.
How long do you deal with that? As much love as you had, and you can see even the grandpa was done. Grandma was heartbroken over it.
Yeah.
But that they had that old school relationship, because it's one in that same scene where he was like, and I've heard things about you, Kevin. I'm, whatever. She was sitting there, and all the boys came in, and she stood up. Well, I'm gonna let the boys talk. I'm gonna let them talk to you out. Mm-hmm. That's that old school grandma. I'm gonna let the men folk
let
talk.
You get some straightening.
let me go ahead and head in this kitchen, make a plate or something to somebody. But that's that old school. So I think that she was definitely heartbroken by it, but she understood why it had to happen.
Yeah, that's Kevin. Let's talk about the Harold situation. So we set the background of his family. He goes out with his cousin Harold to the party. We meet a lot of the characters that we talked about previously. How crazy it was Harold was trying to get the drop on them with this gun after the party just to go to Jack in the Box.
Harold,
was that Harold from the Bay? And visiting? Yeah, he was visiting.
From the Bay.
Because Saphir, the rapper Saphir, shout out to the rapper Saphir, he's from the Bay, so it makes sense they wrote that in, like, oh yeah, my cousin from the Bay.
Hell yeah.
Harold could have used his gun. Harold kept talking. He paused, he hesitated, and he kept talking. And that's why dude say, fuck you, and then shot him. And if Harold, if Harold would have moved faster, he could have. But I guess other niggas in the car had a gun or whatever. I don't know. I've always thought to myself, if somebody tried to carjack me at a light, what would I do? Would I try to speed up and just be like, and just gun it and just try to go for it? Or do you just be like,
it was just so wild. Dude he just pushed the body out, wiped the blood off, and just swerved off.
Barely wiped it off.
Yeah, he's like,
barely wiped it off. And like, it's crazy that, like, and they just trying to go to freaking Jack in the Crack, and which is funny that they say it when I heard it, and I'm like, is that where we got Jack in the Crack from?
100%.
Yeah, that's where I got
it. Jack in the Crack before Menace to Society.
Yes. No. We were not until they did that.
Yeah, I wasn't.
There it is. So,
and then that's what I got my line. Who got snaps on the petrol?
Yep, that came from there too.
That I did know where that came from. Definitely had snaps on the petrol. Absolutely. Shut up, nigga. Shut up, pump my gas. And as he said, all y'all out here slanging, and anybody
slanging all that shit in the hood.
Ain't nobody got no snaps on the petrol.
That's when $5 would have saved your life.
Oh yeah, $5 you on full.
Nigga. Well, for the old school, maybe 10. But
oh yeah, 10 and 15 to fill that one up. Yeah.
Right, but yeah, $5 bet. Like, you got $5 on the table.
Now, was Harold a dope dealer himself?
He had a Beamer, he had a crib, and he had money.
Yeah, he was dealing dope. That was probably his cousin from his daddy's side.
You already know that was his cousin.
He had to connect already.
Good.
You notice the grandparents ain't even mentioned her.
That's funny as hell.
Oh, that's on your other side. Wilson, prayers and blessings. But you ours.
Prayers and blessings.
Funny.
Hey, they didn't even go see him in the hospital even.
Nah, they sent Ronnie. They sent Ronnie to get him.
They were to that point. They didn't have a car.
Oh, they didn't.
They did not have a car. Speaking of Ronnie, how old is Ronnie?
That's
my big question because
how old is Pernell though?
No, it's somebody who's in the pedophilia. Somebody was in pedophilia.
Old as fuck. Because Pernell was a grown ass man when Caine was a kid.
He was like 19. He's about 20.
1920.
1920.
And let's say Caine was 8 or 9 in that series.
Wait a minute. So according to Wikipedia, Caine's father, his dad died or gained from a drug deal went wrong when Caine was 10. So the scene that we saw was even before that.
Yeah, he was younger.
So Pernell was
7 then.
So maybe probably I'm thinking 7. I'm gonna go with 7 or 8, somewhere in there. That point, Pernell was old as hell. So even if Pernell was 19 or 20, he still got 10, 12 years on Caine. And then Ronnie, I'm assuming for me, Ronnie is just a couple of years older than Caine. So if Caine is 18, Ronnie 23.
Yeah, she got no older than
23.
Yeah, 23.
Top. She's no more than that. And so Pernell.
How old is her son? He about 7. The little kid with the box, the little slope.
I think, and it might be a parallel. Maybe they both the same age. If he was 7 at the beginning, and Caine was 7, and maybe that's why he kind of have them parallel.
See, I feel like Anthony was younger. I feel like Anthony was like 5 or 6, somewhere in there.
He was on a big wheel.
Yeah, just like him being on the big wheel, just the way that he
the big wheel. That's 5 or 6.
Yeah, he wasn't that old, but yeah, Pernell was old as fuck. Period. And at no point was it okay for him to date Ronnie.
So Pernell is, when we're in the movie now, Pernell is 30.
Why he locked up? Yeah, he got to be early 30s.
And you said she's 23, 24, you feel, Stacey?
Yeah, I'm thinking probably no more than that. I don't think that she's that much older than Caine is.
So she got with him and she was 17. Pernell was 23.
And she had the baby at 18.
Yeah.
Possible. Quite possible. Quite.
So that's one of them gray areas of like 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s lifestyle where someone could be 17 dealing with somebody 23.
Part of that is, so she got pregnant at 17, had the kid at 18. He didn't start fucking with her when she was 17 years old.
And he was 23.
So she was 16 when he started kicking it with her.
Might have been 15. He didn't start fucking with her when she was that old. Like in the idea, I mean, so yeah, they got a kid together, and she got pregnant, they got a kid, but he set her up with the house, all of that. You don't just do that for one of your baby mamas. There's plenty of niggas out here that's drug niggas,
and he had a life sentence.
Life without parole. He ain't never coming back home. Ever. So like I said, it's,
and her disdain for him was somebody you've been with for a while. Like the way she it was like, here.
Very simply put, this is not they had sex 1 or 2 times. She got pregnant. He set up with a house, and now he
locked up
forever, and she that mad. Right? It's like you're mad. Like whatever y'all had before, you're mad because that ended. Like it's not that. Like I said, simply put, for the movie, you know that Ronnie. He even said she's a good girl, and that was kind of like the consensus from everyone is that she was just a young girl, and that's what I feel like happens, that she just was a young girl that got caught up. Nigga probably picked up. She was. And if you don't know where to find me, I'm looking for the silver lining. The silver lining. And I don't know where I'm hoping.
Trying to get away too, because
nigga probably used to
just trying to go to Atlanta, get a new job.
Ooh, picking her from school. There you go, Stacey.
Nigga probably was picking up from school. All of that, kept her with kept them braids in the head. I got our new purse.
Got some new outfits.
So, right, something like that. Got some new cross colors or whatever. And that's it. So, but essentially, with older guys, that's how they get you. If nothing, it's the ride from school. Is the fact that he can pick you up and take you places.
Yeah, because all the other niggas that like you got to ride the bus.
That part. That's it. But like with her, I mean, again, from just watching the movie, it wasn't about the money. It was like she didn't care about none of that shit. And then, or as Caine said, you act like you wasn't ever down. And she's like, it's not about being down. It's like, I got a kid to look after. So essentially, when I was 15, 16, I might have been on that bullshit.
Yeah, but I got a responsibility now.
I got a 6-year-old in the other room. Like I had to grow up. Like I'm trying to get you to grow up too. Like this ain't it. This is not what's in front of you, isn't it? And I think that was, if nothing, that was the big thing for the movie. There's that comparison between it and Boys in the Hood. And with Boys in the Hood, I think everybody had a plan to what they were going to do next.
They were going to college.
Not everybody did too. But Menace to Society is what happens when you don't have Furious Styles in your life.
Yeah, just totally lost. If you're totally just lost.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's what Sharif, old dude, Charles Dutton, was trying to give him some game.
That's it. And even Caine even said to Sharif, he was like, dude, you got a father. Like, why you be just on us about all this other shit? Like, you got a dad. And that just shows just how much, with him just mentioning that's how important that was to him. And when he was talking, when he visited Pernell in jail, and he mentioned, you were like a dad to me. Mm-hmm. So not having that father figure, like that's an underlying theme of what happens when when you're in that situation and you don't have a father figure or someone. Well, it was just weird because
it's so weird because he had his grandfather though.
Because he said you got grandparents,
but your grandfather is extremely removed from what you have going on in front of you right now, right? Like he is legit 60 years, possibly like 50, 60 years older than you. And you're not mature enough to heed what he's telling you. Or as he meant when he talked about Charles S. Dutton talking to him, he was like, how my grandpa was always spitting that religious stuff in me. And because of that approach, it didn't hit him at all. But when Charles S. Dutton talked to him, it just hit him differently because of the approach. So sometimes it's not even the messenger, it's the message and just how it comes across. You can't you can't just always just throw out, well, God said this and quote. Grandpa was always quoting the Bible speech.
Yeah, just like he was like with Sharif being an ex-knucklehead, and he was like, if Allah is keeping my son from off the streets, then I'm all for it.
Right. That's it.
Mentioning Sharif, one of the biggest cruxes and controversy of the film is Tupac Shakur was supposed to play Sharif.
I think Hughes was supposed to play O-Dog, but he turned it down because he didn't want to be typecast.
Yep. I always want Tupac's issue, and I would listen to an interview with the Hughes brothers, and they were saying, he was Alan Hughes, the one that just did the Tupac documentary, and he was like, he was wrong for the initial situation with the way he cast Tupac and how he wrote Sharif. Because Tupac was like, I don't have no backstory. I don't know. People won't believe that this dude is all of a sudden a dude that turned around. What is it that we can base his character off of in his background for him to have been this knucklehead or been this person that changed? Where do I come from? When they was like, nah, we just gonna run with it. And also Tupac was the reason that they got the movie greenlit. Because they said, hey, we got Tupac in the movie. He's already been in Poetic Justice, already been in Juice. And that's how they got the film to be greenlit, because they were like, oh, Tupac in it? Cool, we'll give y'all $5 million.
First-time directors. And I think
19, 20 years old.
Right. So to your point, other directors would figure out, like, okay, what is this backstory so that your actors can get into character and figure it out. Because we already know that AWACS didn't have no backstory.
He played himself.
He didn't need one, though.
He didn't need one. They just told him, they just had, action and let MCA just talk.
He might not have nothing in the script. If we read the original script of Menace II Society, it may just be AWACS talk.
Just talk. If it's blank next to his name, I will fall the fuck out laughing. Because why is it so fucking authentic?
Because it was MCA.
Like, my God, like just
and now that I'm thinking about with Sharif being the ex-knucklehead, all you gotta do is just picture his character in Boys in the Hood. He was like, I got enough money to buy 100 balls. when they was in the street.
Yep.
Get a little nigga's ball back.
I think they didn't know to do that character development. But I think by Dead Presidents that it changed. Like,
Dead Presidents.
To me, Dead Presidents is a more complete film than Menace II
Society. Yeah, and that's just a live and learn thing. Right? Like, okay, we did our first one. We see what we did here, what we didn't do, what we should have done differently, even though it was a critical success. Like, it was critically acclaimed. Like Menace II Society, I was actually just looking at reviews again about it. And even back then, Siskel and Ebert were like they put it in their top films of 1993.
Mm.
So it was critically acclaimed then. So to have such a good movie your first time out, and then now it's like, we just build from this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I get Tupac feeling like, hey, this character isn't enough.
And he knows, not that Tupac's actions were justified, him doing all the shit, beating him up and all that stuff. But I can see, like, dude, y'all got this movie written, got this movie greenlit because of me, and y'all give me this bullshit ass role.
Yeah.
Like, I can see, like, yo, the reason y'all got this started was because of me. And I got a bullshit ass role. Word.
You got my homegirl in the movie.
Yep. And my homegirl in the movie. The whole nine. How do y'all think this would have been if Pac would have been playing Sharif? Do you guys think, how do you guys think that it would have came off?
Sharif didn't have enough lines in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, we remember Sharif, but and it's weird to say Sharif isn't a memorable character. It's not that. But as complex as everyone else was, it's just like Sharif doesn't have a lot of backstory. Like, high key, I feel like Charles S. Dutton spoke more than Sharif did.
Yeah, the Sharif just
or was it scaled down because Tupac wasn't in that role though too, where they were like, shit, like,
as
possible. Cut this down.
It's possible.
We like, hey, we can cut this down. Pac ain't in here no more. That was an extra 10 film that we ain't gonna do now.
Yeah, they cut 30 minutes off the movie.
Tupac ain't in it.
You know, Sharif had a backstory. He was gonna go back to his wicked ways.
But it would have been a flashback of his wicked ways, or just more from him. I mean, hell, with Harold, Sharif was the only one that stayed in the street trying to.
Yeah, same with Harold. Yeah, he's like, I'm staying.
That nigga dead. Fuck it. Like,
yeah, hold on,
you gonna stay with him?
You gonna stay
yeah, I'm gonna stay with him.
He's like, I'm gonna stay. He's like, I'm gonna stay.
This is not right. It's not right. And the reality is, they absolutely could have fucking put Harold in that car.
100%.
If this is the equivalent of, for any of our people who are watching who have never seen it, if you've seen Titanic and Rose is on that door and Jack is in the water, there was room on that door, there was room in the car.
Yeah, it's an old car.
It was an old car. They could have put his ass in the trunk. There was plenty of room for him to be able to go to the hospital. Let the hospital tell you that he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
But O-Dog does not care about anybody but O-Dog.
Then they talk shit about about Caine when he out the hospital. Like, stay crying like a bitch.
Exactly it.
No, question about that. Great question with that, Stacey, about O-Dog. Does he not give a fuck about none of these cats, period? Honestly.
Nope. He was gonna sell the tape for $19.95.
Did not care at all. Young, black, and don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I would say that was his description.
That was it.
America's nightmare.
Exactly. Which in reality would have been Tupac's character. But I feel like coming off of
But Larenz looks so young and innocent, it flips you of like,
is this so perfect
for
Larenz Tate?
Yeah, this guy, the way he looks, you made someone that would look innocent look scary.
Damn mystical braids.
Yeah.
Because he had he already done the show South Central, or that was after Menace?
Is it the same time?
It's the same hairdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same hairdo. Like, that was it. What was I finna say? Oh, I think I said that I thought the O-Dog wanted everybody to think he was tough. The interrogation.
Woo.
Classic scene.
Classic. I wrote cinematic history because even if you've never seen the movie, you've heard people use lines from that interrogation. You know you're fucked up, right?
No, you
don't even know where it came from. If you watched the Boondocks, you saw that scene, but you didn't know where that came from if you weren't familiar with Menace II Society, but that's where it comes from. That you know you done fucked up, right? Now you know you done fucked up. No, I said I
was there at
12:15 exactly.
He said, no, you said you was there at 11:45.
No, is it 12:15? That was exactly it. Write this down. I'm not telling you my name without a lawyer.
100%.
I won't tell you what time of day it is without a lawyer. So you can call me in this room all you want. We finna sit here until somebody comes.
Lawyer. Every question is lawyer.
Lawyer.
Answer is lawyer.
Your name? Lawyer. What time were you at the liquor store? Lawyer.
Yep.
Can you say anything other than lawyer? Yes. What can you say? Lawyer. That's it. Like, period. And so people out there, especially if you have melanin in your skin, please only speak to the police with a lawyer present, because anything you say can and will be held against you.
Is it a deleted scene where O-Dog is getting interrogated? Or was that part?
I ain't seen that.
Okay, I don't know why I thought it was a deleted scene.
I don't know.
I might be tripping.
But there is a director's cut on.
I know it's
Amazon
different because I
Prime.
don't know why I thought it was one with O-Dog too, where they did a separate one. But I might be tripping.
It would have been funny as shit. Because you know that he ain't had no good answers for anything.
He actually got you caught up.
Right. So that's it. Like, that is it. Now,
yeah, no, it's not popping up for anything.
Okay, I'm just tripping.
I do want to talk about the carjacking, not the one with Harold, but when Caine got that 5.0
at the Zips, at Zips.
Oh.
I always in my mind
he got the rims.
Yeah, he got the rim. So he already had the 5.0, and then but he was sitting on some bullshit.
Sitting on that, can't sit on that bullshit.
You can't sit on that bullshit.
I got this, but I'm sitting on some bullshit.
I done had this car for 5 minutes.
Right, and I'm sitting on some bullshit.
And I'm sitting on this bullshit. I can't be riding around like this. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I need, you know what? Let me rob a nigga real quick. Let me catch somebody.
Catch them slipping. I had to get him.
Had to get him. Now, here's what's fun. The song that is playing during the carjack scene is straight up Menace. It's just a different beat. So you are literally getting robbed to the narration of your robbery.
I never tripped off that.
I tripped off of it today because I finished watching the movie today. The score of the movie is damn near better than the fucking soundtrack because there's a lot of songs that got played throughout the movie that are not on the soundtrack. So Atomic Dog, when Harold walks into the party, Atomic Dog is playing. That's not on the soundtrack. Computer Love is not on the soundtrack.
Computer Love when he pull up to the park.
Yeah, Computer Love is not on the soundtrack. For the Love of You is not on the soundtrack, and that gets played. There are a couple of songs by the Public Announcement. So Honey Love and Slow Jam is in the movie, not on the soundtrack. And I'm just sitting there listening. I'm
Dope Man,
right now.
NWA.
Like, man, they messed up. Dope Man. Exactly. That hella should have been on. I mean, but Pocket Full of Stones is on the so I'll allow it. It's fine.
Now, question with the robbery scene. I've always wanted to understand and know. How did you jack somebody for? Did he make him get out and take the rims off and then put them on his car?
Did he have a jack?
The logistics of the jacking of the rims. I mean, like you don't have nobody with an accomplice, and it's one-on-one. At any point, this man can bolt. I'm figuring that like it's not like you got another man watching him. Do you take him to AWAC's house and make him?
Hey, what if he got like 4 homies that just pull up like them NASCAR drivers? That's just lift your shit up, take your.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now that'd have been great. It'd be like we gonna go. I had to go by AWAC's crib to get these rims up off of here. That even makes sense. I'm trying to figure out the logistics of getting those rims and tires to your car because that is 2 different sets of wheels to tire changes going on.
Might need adapters.
That's exactly. So did you just dump them in your? And that's a little small 5.0. Those tires couldn't have fit even in the back seat. What were the logistics of this?
Yeah, it's weird robbing niggas for real.
Answers, and I would love to hear theories on how this happened because it's a very good question. Extremely good question.
Any of our old street people, how did you rob somebody for rims as a solo dolo situation, one-on-one, not you and a crew?
My people's got this garage over.
So my thing is, so you just left your car? Like, what? Do you leave your car in the drive-through? Like, how does that? What is the logistics? I'm talking to full-on logistics. No cell phone, no nothing. Is AWAC's at home? Is Chanty at home? Is Stacy at home? Who's at home to make sure that we was able to get this done?
What if Sharif helped him?
And it's like, and the funny thing is, I hella feel like Stacy ain't write this down. I hella feel like Stacy ain't coming. Stacy is the only one who possibly does have a jack in the back of his car.
He does. You know he does.
You know he does because he got to keep his car clean. He don't play about his fucking car. So Stacy's probably the only one who has a jack in the back of his car, and I am almost positive that he did not fucking come help Caine.
No.
How did these tires come off of here? Is my thing.
They went back to that garage.
Thing I've always been bugged about. Even as a kid, seeing that in the theaters, I was like, how did this transfer happen?
Wait a minute. The plot summary on Wikipedia says, after buying a Ford Mustang from a chop shop, Caine carjacks another young black man for his gold Dayton wire wheels and his jewelry. Subsequently orders some double cheeseburgers at the fast food restaurant. Then purchases a large quantity of cocaine, planning to sell it as crack. Thank you, white people, for this breakdown of what just happened.
Maybe he took it to the shop, made him go to the chop shop.
That's what I'm saying. He went back.
That's the only logical thing.
It was down the street.
Chop shop. Down the street. You went to the chop shop. However, to Daryl's point, what did you do with the car? Like, what did you do with your car? Because now you left your Mustang at the parking lot. And is the other guy still in the car, or did he leave? Did he get out of the car? And now he's just...
If you got out the car, I'm just going to take your car. I'm going to give me another 5.0 without no Dayton's on it and just go leave.
But dude, they had no drop top, though. Caine had that drop top.
Right. I'm saying I might have upgraded. I'm just saying, I saw you get out this car. You literally take my car with no assistance, and I'm just standing there. I'm finna take your car.
Yeah. And you bought me lunch.
These are questions that need answers. And for anyone that is watching, I would love to hear suggestions as to how that rim robbery actually took place. Any suggestions? If you have committed your own rim robbery in the past, post anonymously. It's fine.
Exactly.
Do it as user or whatever. Like, we're not trying to get anybody caught up. We're just trying to understand, how does this work?
Without a second like assistance from someone else.
Right. Nobody called AAA. So I don't know. I don't get it.
So then we go to he gets the rims. We go to the park where he meets Alena. At the park. Charles S. Dutton is somewhat. When I rewatched it before we was taping, I realized Charles S. Dutton was trying to be on some Sugar's Daddy stuff on the low. If you look back, he was like, make sure you fix a plate. Yeah. Make sure you get me all that stuff
nice
on
big
there.
plate, Keisha.
And his eyes look like, oh, word?
I just took it as he knew that they was barbecuing and he was hungry, because I had that same look in my eyes when rib tips are involved.
But I'm talking about that extra little look. He was looking at the little girl not little girl, the young lady when she walked away. Like, yeah, make sure you give me a little bit of potato salad in there, no swine.
Maybe it's possible. I wrote for Alena. I wrote down Tisha Campbell's little sister. Because there was like, I think I looked down or something. When I look back up, and there's just like a side view of her, and I'm like, all right, Tisha Campbell, little sister. But she was, she was light skinned. She had long-ish hair, and she was thick. So
she had that Honda Civic.
And so thus she is going to be the love interest. There's no.
Yeah, her name is, shout out to her, Erin LaShawn Wiley is the actress's name. She has a Instagram as well. Erin Wiley 318 is her Instagram handle. If you all want to check her out, she still looks.
I'm on it. You said it's what now?
Erin Wiley 318.
Erin Wiley 318.
Yeah.
All right, here we are.
She looks like an older version of herself.
It is. Okay. That's like you're just sitting there like, that's her.
Yeah, she just looks like an older version of herself.
She is the creator of LiveMoreCarryLess.com. Oh, is she a pastor's wife? Wait a minute. Hold up.
Oh, is she? Hold on.
I don't know. Hold up. I'm
just a first lady.
Looking it now. Double checking. A lot of posts about changing your mindset and whatnot. So
nothing about getting Caine killed.
No.
I'm on the website now.
Girl, you wasn't pregnant. Your period was just late.
So shout out to the Hughes Brothers, who made one of the best directorial things. Originally, I was listening to an interview with Alan Hughes. He said originally that was supposed to have been more like she's supposed to come off like you knew, so that the audience knew that she was lying. But she read it and did it as like she didn't know that they was like that was one of their directorial like misses of like they didn't inform her of like how they wanted her to be with it. She came up with like, and like it was she really was pregnant.
Yeah, I honestly believe that she was pregnant.
They said she's not. The Hughes brothers said she is not pregnant, that she's lying.
She just said she was late.
The Hughes brothers say she's supposed to be lying.
Yeah, she never really said. She just said she was late. And then he just took it thinking, you know, you just say you wore the Jimmy extra tight.
Wait a minute, hold it. Because you know what? Go to the film. Wait a minute, I'm right here. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, wait, phone ringing. Literally, I got her phone ringing. And her calling.
Yeah. It's me.
Sup.
I'm pregnant.
And she says, I'm pregnant.
Oh, she do say it. Okay, I thought
I'm
she said I'm late.
I'm
pregnant.
Yeah, I'm pregnant. So she sounds all sad and everything. So I believed her. I believe.
But she's supposed to be lying. They originally wrote it for her to be lying.
Because on the part when she trying to stop her cousin, she was like, I didn't want to take it this far, you know, because she trying to stop old dude.
She's supposed to be lying.
It's like, don't go kill my baby daddy.
Yeah.
Because even when I don't want to get there yet, but like I honestly thought that she was pregnant. I thought that she would. And so to that point, she did a great job of playing it because that's how I took it. I took it as she is pregnant. She doesn't know what to do. She got pregnant by this dude. She kicked it with like once or twice. And to that point, so there's a possibility Caine might have believed her, but when he's in the car with Sharif after he gets the Mustang, and Sharif asked him about her, and he was like, "Well, you know, I know a couple of dudes have been up in there."
Yep.
So
I don't want you to go out like Willie Lump.
That's that salt in the game of I had sex with him, but now his homeboys is like, well, you know, she can fuck so and so, and she can fuck so and so. And it's like, nigga, do it matter? I'm not fucking them now. But it's just the idea though, and you can't be that cute and you can't be that thick, and anybody believes that you ain't been fucking everybody. Now, I think as a kid, when she said I ain't been with nobody, I haven't been with anybody else, I took it as she was a virgin. And at my grown age, she just wasn't with nobody else when she was with Caine.
Right.
Like that's what she meant. She ain't saying I'm a virgin. Yeah. I'm just saying
you was just the only person at the time.
But it actually was a brilliant directorial choice to make it ambiguous like that. That you could have it 5 different ways you could think about seeing that whole situation. Like maybe she was a virgin and that Sharif just heard some stuff and was lying. Maybe she was like this, but they said originally she was supposed to have been lying. But they was like, dude, it worked out where you just don't know.
Yeah.
Like where she is.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I want to go back to the party that they were at. So the end of the summer party, if you will, everybody playing dominoes and everything. And I laughed so hard when Ronnie told Anthony, you know, stay in here if you need anything. Remember, I'm out here in the other room. Yeah, you out here in the other room, but it's all kind of grown ass shit that's happening.
Hey, it's a death row video.
And
he's 6.
No, it reminds me of that fucking Sean Paul video where they in the basement and the boy comes downstairs and start dancing. That was Anthony. Anthony kept coming out the room trying to go kick it and see what they was doing out there. Why? Because you got a house full of people and a 5-year-old. And going to sleep is not on his radar. He needs to get out there. Caine is there. That's his homeboy. He knows so many people that's there. He out there trying to kick it. And during that time, during the party, they playing all the cuts. And finally, Ronnie gets Caine into a bedroom and puts a little something on the young boy.
Put that thing on him.
Yeah, and which made me again laugh at, you know, Mama's in the other room if you need me. Mama in the other room getting dick down. She can't help. She can't help. If he needs anything right now, while y'all in there getting it in, what's he supposed to do? He gonna be knocking on the door? Mama,
I need some juice.
Mama, I want some juice. Mama, can I have this popsicle that's in the fridge?
You know, asking for the most random shit.
The most random shit. That's it, period. Anybody who has had a child near them knows that this is what happens. whether it's your kid or somebody else's, you know that they will come back and ask you a million things when it's bedtime.
And then you be like, damn, Stacy, why you ain't bring one of your kids?
To come hang out with the Stacy kids knew what Stacy was on. Actually, Stacy knew what he was gonna be on. He ain't one of his kids there. He thought he was gonna.
I know, yeah.
Like Stacy,
he's trying to have his third kid or fourth kid, whatever.
Right. Who know? Right, a ridiculous amount of kids. But Ronnie put something on that young man, so much so that in the next scene, when Chanty tries to, grope on her and all of that, he gets pistol whipped. Would he have gotten pistol whipped before the booty?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'd be like, hey, chill, Chanty.
Chill. But what kills me though is everyone else watching Chanty be extremely fucking inappropriate, Ronnie, right? And everybody just like, oh, look at that nigga over there. What's happening over there? Mm-hmm.
And none of them like him in general. So that's what I mean. Like, it's not like he was it's not like it was Old Dog where people kind of like him.
And so here's the thing: if y'all don't like him in general, fine. This Ronnie house, y'all are letting the person who is throwing a party and feeding y'all and supplying the drinks get disrespected in her own damn house. So it's like Caine got up and handled it, but it had been going on for a second before he did anything. And everybody just there fucking watching. And what
Caine had already told him to chill.
Everybody had already told him to chill earlier. And I'll just say this, as a woman, that's
before you
not
go further, Stacey, I wrote my notes. I want to add into this as you saying that Chanty is old enough to be Pernell's age. Does he have beef with Pernell? And he always wanted her since back when Pernell was with her.
It's my chance. Pernell ain't.
I'm just saying because this may be he's Pernell's age. He know Pernell.
Definitely Pernell's age. Definitely.
And he knows Pernell. I'm assuming he knows Pernell.
I'm sure they all know each other. So Pernell, AWAX, all of them. So all of them, as the OGs who were probably 30, which is insane that you're 30 as an OG. But so that's what we're gonna say. They're probably 30 years old. Probably somewhere in there, close, damn near 30 or something like that. I don't think that he always wanted Ronnie, but I think he's just a bitter old nigga who ain't, just weird and shit or whatever, and have been drinking, and drinking sometimes gives you that liquid courage, especially because the first time that he kind of tried to grab her a little bit was different than the second time. There's more alcohol involved. So the first time she was able to easily be like, all right, go ahead now, chill out. But by the next time, he's more aggressive. And to the point of like when he's like, what was wrong with you? And that's when Caine hopped up. So everybody's like, and she's like, it's not that serious. But that happens. That really, really happens. So the fellas out there, when you see your homegirl getting harassed by a dude, I'm not saying pistol whoop him, but
run some interference.
Or something like this. It fucking happens that way. And so, and the reality is, and like not to take it there, but what if she'd been by herself?
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
Like, what if everybody wasn't there? Right? Or if it was only a couple of people, what if only Anthony was? So it's just that just really happens. Like that.
But think about the fact that Old Dog like starting shit too. In this scene, he was like, "You got your gun, and you know it. You know it." He's like, "Let me get it." He's like, "Cool." He ain't even ask him what he wanted to do.
He's
like, what was going on? He ain't even be like, "Yo, you can make sure you handle that and take care of your girl." He's like, "Cool, do your thing." He's still playing cards.
Because fuck it. That's why. Because fuck it. That's
why. It killed me like with the next day when dude teasing Chanty. He's like, yeah, this Caine whooping your ass.
All I know is if this was you and that was Caine, this Caine whooping your ass. So his name was Doc. So I figured
that's his name. That's his character's name. I never knew that one.
Yeah, his name was Doc. And the person who plays him is someone named Pooh Man.
Okay.
Pooh Man. So that's Doc, and then Too Short was Lou Loke. So I got that. So, but the fact that Chanty was ready to snitch on everybody. Like this is like Caine whooping your ass right here. Well, I see I can't
get this tape.
Drossing this tape, nigga had a manila envelope and everything ready to send the shit.
He was pre-snitching available.
And he had stamps.
Nigga was ready. And it's like,
you know how many stamps it is to send at that time to send a heavy tape?
You understand? And it's the fact that you're willing to risk it all. And when I have to say risk it all, because even though you're not in the tape, you finna send it, old dog don't have no sense. We all know this. He the one that fucking brought the tape over and made copies of the shit. So you're willing to sell out Caine and old dog because you fucked up and got your ass whooped.
Can't take no L.
So like the next thing, that's when they mentioned that Doc had told, he's like, yeah, Doc dropped a dime on Chanty, so everybody looking for his ass. So so Chanty had to burn out. Because you don't snitch. I mean, and like, let me say this. I'm an avid snitcher. I'm a dry snitch, though. I dry snitch. Like, I'm that coworker.
Were you at the liquor store on the 15th?
Right. I'm that coworker who was like, when do we start being able to do that? Oh, well, Sharon said we could, so that's me. I'm that dry snitch at work.
But my thing is, like, if y'all didn't like Chanty, why was O-Dog even showing him the tape? And I guess that's youth and youngness, being 16 and just wanting to get
Yeah, he didn't care.
He didn't care. But it was funny to him. He thought the shit was funny. He thought it made him look amazing. Like, and again, O-Dog needed to prove consistently that he was that nigga.
Me and O-Dog ain't never seen himself on TV.
Damn. And you got to think at that time, it was hard to see yourself.
Yeah, that was the only time you could see yourself on TV.
On video, period.
On video, period. Right? Black folks ain't just have camcorders.
Yeah.
You didn't do that at all. And if you did, you ain't sitting around taping robberies.
That's
You got somebody birthday dinner,
family reunion,
or something like that. Maybe the wedding tape or something like that. That's it. But Chanty snitched on, he sent that damn tape, so the police was looking for him. So they had to kind of get the hell out of town. And but before they actually end up going to go visit Pernell in prison. Mm-hmm. That was a sad scene for me. And that's because I'm at that grown age right now, and I'm hormonal where if somebody cries on TV, I cry. So don't turn 40, ladies. This is what happens. So Caine being all emotional talking Pernell got me emotional, and I'm like, it's just so sad. And I don't give a damn about none of these guys, but Pernell said to him that he told him to go to Atlanta with Ronnie and take care of my son. He's like, I can't do shit for them in here. And he said, teach him the way that we grew up was bullshit, which is what everybody, the whole movie had been trying to tell him. Everybody that was a positive influence in his life had been trying to tell him that this ain't it.
Pernell's the only one he listened to.
Pernell's the only one he fucking listened to.
But so he didn't get a chance to even dissect that and like kind of like internalize that even.
I think I feel like he got to dissect it a little bit just because he decided to go.
Yeah.
Like, so I think once Pernell gave that blessing, then that's when it was like, you know what? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. However, there was a problem.
Alena's cousin. Let's go back to them jumping him.
Fucking Junior, man. So
Junior.
Players Club ass. I don't know.
His rap name is Codeine
that I liked.
He had a rap album came out in 2001 that I had called Codeine was his name.
Codeine.
Full rap album. Came to the radio station when I was in college.
I don't have an opinion on that at all.
It wasn't good.
I got nothing to say. I just Yeah.
Think if Nate Dogg combined himself with Shady Shiest, but was a rapper.
Shay Shiest. I remember Shay Shiest.
Yeah. Same thing.
No. Yeah, her cousin approached Caine. Because Caine, people, he when the girl called and said, I'm pregnant, Caine said, it ain't mine, fuck you, call somebody else. Get somebody else to do it, is what he said. And I guess she told her cousin, and he went over to talk to Caine. Now,
this is ill-advised thing in general, him going by himself, number one.
But I feel like, I think he went over there with good intentions, I feel like, I mean, it was more or less, I think especially because he went by himself. He went over there to talk. He was like, I feel like when he left the lane, he was like, let me go talk to this nigga. You know, we go talk to him as a man and shit like that. And even as he approached Caine, like, you know, hey, you Caine, you know, who the fuck is you? And I don't like how you been, you know, playing my little cousin, whatever, right? And blah, blah, blah. And when Caine said, so we finna fight over a bitch? And he was like, and the cousin was like, I think you need to watch who you calling a bitch. And because of that, he gets stomped out. Did he deserve to get stomped out? No. Well, nobody in the movie deserved anything that happened to them. In this specific case, it was not warranted. There was nothing that man said that warranted that stomping that he got at all. And I'm sorry, you can't stomp a nigga like that and not expect something to happen.
Oh, yeah.
And Caine even said that. He was like, I know I got to deal with him eventually, but I didn't know he was going to come back like that. Like that is... Yeah, but after the stomping took place in front of Caine's house, where his grandparents lived, and he came back in, and Grandpa said, son, you got to go.
Gotta go.
Ain't gonna have no days, he already leaving to Atlanta.
The grandma say, I hope you don't ruin her life too.
Right. Mm-hmm. He's like, where am I supposed to go? Don't care. Like, and like I said, Grandpa was done. Grandma was crying because that's that real old school grandparent said. Like, he has made that decision. He is the man of the house. This is what we gonna do. Grandma was just like, well, you know, that's what we gonna do. We just gonna pray for him.
Yep.
Yep. Like, that's it. Oh wait. Hold on. According to, I just glanced over at the Wikipedia. So MC Ren was supposed to play AWACS?
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah, MC Ren was supposed to play AWACS, but later turned on the road when he joined the Nation of Islam in late 1992. Then MC8 replaced him, which was an A1 choice. Yeah, Spice One was supposed to play Caine.
Wow. Did not know that.
Rappers Spice One and Tupac Shakur were initially set to play Caine and Sharif respectively, but they were later fired, with director Alan Hughes stating that Shakur was causing trouble on the set. Shakur was angry for not being told why Sharif would turn Muslim. When Shakur was cast in the role of Sharif, who was described in the film as an ex-knucklehead turned Muslim, he did not agree with how the character was written. So, again, what you said. But, what? Well, now I need to see some, wait a minute. One fun part about Wikipedia is the footnotes, because I will click on that footnote to figure out where the hell.
Yeah, I need to see the reference to that. When especially when something wild, I got to see the reference.
Yeah, so this one, so blah, blah, 6 months after the filming, Shakur assaulted Hughes, resulting in Shakur being found guilty, blah, blah. Originally, Eazy-E was supposed to play O-Dog, but was dropped from the cast due to the results of trying to control the character of O-Dog. The Hughes was going in a different direction afterwards and was later replaced by Larenz Tate.
What's the footnote? Where is the footnote going to on that one? Does it have a footnote?
That's where we're going. Like, this is going to.
They just throwing random rappers from the 90s in here now.
They are.
Yeah.
But
like in Kid and Play, we're going to be the gangbangers.
Yeah, because Tyrin Turner always said that he was the only one that they called him first, supposedly.
What I'm going to say is this. 85% of what I just said was right. and the
Spice
easy
One.
part, we're going to pretend that I didn't say that.
Okay.
Because the
The Spice
footnote
One part is correct.
Yeah, but I think everything else is fine. So I think, well, Spice One, I gotta find that somewhere. But like I said, you've already confirmed the Tupac part. I mean, that we know. The Easy thing, I don't know. I don't have
because I heard Kid
next
Q
footnote in
was
the next
supposed to be.
sentence leads to just talking about Larenz Tate no, not Larenz Tate. It leads to just talking about how why Tupac wasn't in the movie. So, yeah.
Ooh.
But anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought he was supposed to be in Poetic Justice. Ice Cube was not.
I wasn't. Okay,
Mr.
I thought
Society.
it was.
Maybe it was both of them.
Yeah. But
Yeah, no. Ice Cube he says in an article here, I had a shot to do Old Dog in Mr.
Yeah, he
Society.
said he didn't want to be typecast.
But he was like, nah, I don't want to be typecast. Mm-hmm.
Got it. So which is interesting though, because like again, not saying that Easy E wasn't asked, but at that time, I feel like Easy would have been too old to play Old Dog.
Yeah,
Easy E
like
would have been
35.
like a Chauncey or something.
He's way older than everybody else.
Easy E would have definitely been Chauncey or something.
Easy E could have been Chauncey.
He absolutely could have been.
Because you had Too Short.
But then it wouldn't have Clifton Powell wouldn't have got to the levels he got.
Yeah.
But then you gotta remember this is the beginning of Clifton Powell becoming the OG he is in acting.
Man.
So with final scene, Old Dog. I mean, what was her cousin's name? Eileen's cousin.
He doesn't have a name.
His cousin.
He's the cousin. And in the credits,
Eileen's cousin.
In the credits, he's listed as Eileen's cousin.
Oh,
that's
wow. We don't even get his name.
We don't even get his name. It's Alina's cousin in the credits. He's the last person's name that's listed in the credits. That's it.
So they do him and all his boys. And I'm trying to figure out how you get all your you got 4 or 5 cats to do this drive-by. It's a lot of people that don't give a fuck about their life. Like just jumping in this car for this drive-by just because I got beat up real quick.
Street niggas is my this is my assumption. I don't know shit about street shit period at all. So my assumption is that when you were in that space, you're in that life, it ain't that hard to find niggas to go ride with you real quick. I mean, hell, when it was time when they figured out when they went to go kill the people that ran up on Caine and
Harold.
It was like, hey, find out where which is very funny. The Old Dog comes over to the house, right? Sitting in the house and everything, and that's when Grandpa's like, and Kevin, I've heard stories about you. They walk out, and then Old Dog is like, oh shit, I'm supposed to come over and tell you something. Right. You found them niggas that was ran up.
Found out where they be kicking it at.
How you forget? That's what you forgot? How you forget that? That was the whole
point of you coming over.
That was the most pertinent information.
The most pertinent information. Like you forgot that you was finna go like that you wanted to come and tell him that we finna go kill some niggas? Like, that's what you forgot? You down for 187?
Typical 16-year-old trying to commit a murder.
So young, so naive.
They gotta clean this shit up.
But yeah, you down for 187. So I mean, look how quick. Look, like that's just him and that's Caine and Old Dog talking. You see how quick AWACS was with it? Like, all right, nigga, let's roll.
Yeah, he was the driver.
Just fuck it.
Keep in mind, you are a 25, 26-year-old man or in your late 20s taking some teenagers to go do a 187.
Shout out to the drive-by music, Al Green. AWACS done got his grandma car.
Cause fuck it.
The Regal. The Regal. Got the Grand National.
That is funny as shit. But wait a minute, to your point about Clifton Powell, if he would have done Menace to Society, he would have been a dead president.
Oh yeah.
So, or he wouldn't have because he didn't work with them. It's like, oh, we worked with you before.
Right, we worked with him before. Because I mean he had already done Deep Cover. And like he done house party and done deep cover and everything by then. So Menace II Society, that does give you that stepping stone that takes you to Dead Presidents.
Then he was in he was the drug dealer on Rock.
He sure was.
But that's the same time. This is all the same time period.
You're absolutely right. So it was easy to grab get a little Charles S. Dutton, a little Clifton Powell and throw him in there.
Yeah.
So now, as much as in the final scene with all the deaths, everybody done. Where's MC8, the most shit talkingest dude? I always thought about like because he liked the beans with shit, but he wasn't there when the shit was needed to be shit.
He wouldn't even like help a nigga move. He ain't want to help. He ain't want to help move.
That nigga, what? Like old dog was there and didn't want to help move.
Yeah,
was there talking shit.
AWAX was at the house watching the tape.
AWAX,
not what the tape gone now.
AWAX ain't give a shit about niggas moving.
Yeah,
at all.
He might not even know. He's like, dang, Caine left.
Anybody seen Caine around? The nigga moved.
You know, he did last week.
Did it?
Damn.
Somebody had said something about moving shit. I don't know, nigga. I don't know. Pass the blunt.
He didn't even tell me he was moving.
That's fucked up. He didn't tell me.
Fucked up. He didn't tell me. Like, nigga, we had a going away party. Is that what that was?
I just thought we was playing cards.
Yeah, nigga, I thought we was playing domino shit, nigga. I ain't know. Somebody should.
Now, one of the things I always thought about with the last scene was they passed him up on the drive. The little boy up on the drive-by. They had already passed him. Shooting. He was already at the up.
Oh yeah, he was at the corner.
I wrote down if Caine wouldn't have tried to save Anthony, he'd be alive.
Yep.
Because they was just
they already passed him. They weren't shooting.
They had already passed him. They had already passed him.
He running out to him.
Sharif got hit first. Old dog, because don't shit ever happen to fucking old dog, is out there. It's like the scene from Harlem Nights. With that fucking, he got one gun.
Yeah, one gun.
Home. These niggas got semi-automatic weapons. They got assault rifles.
Stacy protecting Ronnie.
And 6 bullets and trying to make something fucking happen.
Stacy protecting Ronnie. He in the house with her.
Protecting Ronnie in the house. If Caine would not have tried to save Anthony, Caine would have lived. But him, like you see, he's literally getting shot as he is running.
Yeah, he go all through the chest.
He's getting hit all through the chest as he's trying to get to Anthony. But I feel like if your mind, if you're in this high stakes situation,
you just want to go ahead and protect the
right.
kid.
Your mind is not telling you they've already passed him up. Your mind is get the kid.
Yeah,
run and grab the kid because old dog wouldn't protect nobody.
Nah,
old dog was shooting, and if you watch, he is shooting and inching towards the other side of the house. So he's shooting and it's like bang, 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 bang. Like he is getting out of the frame and like he's moving further and further away. Nobody was going to help Anthony. No. Period. Like Sharif is already gone. Sharif would have done it, but Sharif's already gone.
Yeah.
That's it. So it's Anthony didn't need to be saved, but again, you don't know that. It's bullets flying. Period. You're not thinking he's okay. And it's the reality is when in a drive-by, like the rules are different. Niggas don't care about shooting old people and kids. Everybody can get it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my one target. If other people gotta get hit, oh well.
Anybody can get it. So who's to say, that they wouldn't have kept shooting and you shooting this way? What if somebody would have came back? So that's how I don't know anything about guns. You see, I'm holding my hands like this.
I mean, old dog shoots like this.
Yeah, old dog shoots
sideways.
Because that's what he thinks. Because he's watched TV. That's what he thinks he's supposed to do. So, but yeah, I got sad at the end. I did get sad.
Yeah, but then a part of me is not sad because he was a fucking menace his goddamn self.
He was. My grandfather asked.
He robbed a dude of his Dayton's in the drive-thru. That was just a regular dude. This was a regular dude that was the USC. In my mind, he was just a regular dude from USC trying to visit his little hood girlfriend over there. And his mama told him not to go over there and see that girl.
Yeah, he was from Sherman Oaks.
Yeah. His mama told him not to go over there seeing that girl.
We're supposed to be brothers.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So he listening to Malcolm. He reading the autobiography of Malcolm X at school. He doing everything, man. This dude robbed him for his Dayton.
Just understand that Caine had the worst summer ever. Because this is all over the summer.
Yeah.
Period. This is legit.
House beat him up and throw him in front of the Mexicans.
Right. This is legit him.
Like accessory to murder.
Like, graduating from summer school early, and then over the next couple I don't know the timeline of this movie, but if this movie is 6 weeks long, I swear to God. But it very well could be, because everything happened back to back.
He gets shot graduation night.
Nigga. You got shot at graduation. You got beat up by the police and dunked in front of some Mexicans. You'd have been in jail. You spent some time in jail. Well, if the time he spent in jail, he probably did 30 days or something like that. But again, the whole fucking summer. So by the end of the summer, that's why everybody's ready to leave. Stacey got to go away to school.
Yeah, school's starting in the fall.
But I'll say this though, which is when I think about it, every nigga that I know that has played a NCAA D1 sport was gone over the summer. He wasn't at home during the summer. Like, you graduated from high school and probably
you off to school.
2 weeks, you were gone.
You gone.
You got summer training camp.
Yeah, we'll see you maybe Christmas.
Maybe Christmas.
If you ain't in a bowl game or something.
Right. So Stacey going to go play ball at Kansas, but I feel like he was going to a JUCO. I don't know if he was going to go play.
Yes, Stacey. He was going.
He was JUCO.
100% he was going to Coffeyville.
Yeah.
Coffeyville JUCO in Kansas. He wasn't going to University of Kansas. They didn't say he was going to Kansas, not University of Kansas.
And all they kept saying, they're going to Kansas, going to Kansas, going to Kansas.
Just Kansas. Yeah, he was playing JUCO. He probably linked up with some St. Louis niggas up there.
You know that's when he went from JUCO.
That's it.
Now, before we wrap up, what do you think all these different characters are in 2023, besides people that are dead? Ronnie and her son, where are they at now?
In Atlanta.
They in Atlanta. He about Ronnie a grandmother now.
Damn.
Yeah, because he about 35 now. So yeah, he got about 6 kids because he got a gang of baby mamas.
Damn. Because you know what? That makes sense, because Stacey probably been in his life still though, because he felt bad because everything went down. And he saw him have kids, and he's like, that's the way I'm supposed to be. It's like Stacey.
I feel like they probably still kept in touch. Stacey probably still kept in touch, but Stacey got 17 kids right now.
Damn.
I mean, grandkids.
You don't even want to know. Because Stacey already had 3.
That's 30 years ago.
If he had 3 getting out of high school, you think he ain't go up and was fucking bitches up in Kansas?
Oh yeah, he got some mixed, he got a few mixed kids.
He got a mixed kid up there. He has a mixed son named Jalen.
He got a mixed daughter named Stacey too. She spell it with an I.
That's exactly true. You ain't never lied. You ain't never ever lied. Old Dog is no longer with us.
You think he's dead?
Yeah.
Ain't no way he's not. You think
when they was locking him up, is he in jail though? Is he just in jail doing what?
He never made it to be Congressman Tate.
So Old Dog is absolutely no. I would love for him to be doing life without parole. He's gone. Old Dog is dead. Old Dog didn't make the 18. There's no way he did. There's no way that he made it to 18.
Nah.
Or is it a flip thing where he did his time, he gets out after 20, so he got out in 20.
You talk about for the murder?
For the murder, he gets out in 2012, and he is 36 years old. Or is Old Dog fucking around in jail and didn't get off on parole and just stayed in there for life? Because he just
like I said, I would love for his story not to end before 18. But so you got to think of it this way. Think of Boys in the Hood. Doughboy was like they tell you Doughboy's gone. Like that's it. Like
they said what 6 weeks later?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
So Old Dog, ain't no way that after Caine gets shot, And O-Dog knows who the fuck just did it. He knows, he absolutely fucking knows who did it. That him, AWACS, Lulo, everybody did not go after them. So you feel like that happens, whatever, right? But also remember, the police were already looking for O-Dog.
Yeah, he on the run.
Yeah, but no, they showed him getting arrested at the end.
So okay. I'm so glad you mentioned that, because you see that pic that of him getting arrested. But I remember thinking to myself, is this old or new with the arrest? Because remember, they got arrested when the when they were trying to steal that car out the garage. First, wait a minute, the fucking garage. They got flagged because they were driving AWACS's fucking car. If AWACS wouldn't have driven that old school up in there, the security guard would not have fucking noticed.
Yeah, they were like, man, it's a piece of shit driving in this motherfucker.
Like, as soon as they came in, the security guard looked out and said,
like, no, these niggas ain't supposed to be here.
And then when AWACS leaves without the two of them other niggas in the car, the security guard is still on the phone, like, yeah, these niggas leaving there. Like, he immediately called as soon as that car came in.
Yeah, you can hear that car.
As soon as he heard that car coming down the block. He heard that car.
Nah, that car ain't
when
supposed to be
came in the
here.
garage with them fucked up ass struts and struts and shit. Then that's when yeah, hello, yeah, police, yeah, it's some shit. I don't know what this shit is, but somebody needs to get over here because I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm not losing my job today. I'm too old for this shit. I'm not losing my job. I'm supposed to just be here and make sure the people use their ticket and they get in and get out.
Yeah, y'all said doctors and lawyers work here.
Right. What is this?
So Ronnie, what is Ronnie doing now?
Ronnie
doing real estate
in Atlanta. Did she have any other kids? Did she get married to somebody else? Did she?
She had a daughter. She had another daughter. She got married and had a daughter. She had a daughter in '98.
And so Stacey has 16 kids, right?
She married a Blair Underwood type nigga.
From what was that? Set It Off.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
So Stacey has 16 kids. What does he do for a living? Like, what is he doing? Is he back in California or is he in Kansas still?
He in Kansas.
Who, Stacey?
Yeah.
First off, Stacey went to school in Kansas. Did he graduate from school in Kansas is the question that we need to be answering. I don't feel like Stacey was dumb. I don't think that at all. I do not think that he ended up playing D1. I do not think that, again, Stacey already had fucking 3 kids. You think that it wasn't some bitch up there that was like, oh, this nigga probably gonna make it to the NFL. Let me go ahead and slide up in here. And so it could have been a white girl. There's definitely a white girl that has his child. There is some black girls that he fuck with. He's not still in Kansas. I don't know if he's back in California.
He's in Vegas
or Kansas City.
Ooh, Kansas City.
He in Kansas City. He in a Midwest city.
Fuck around with Atlanta.
Yeah.
Fuck around.
That would have been that time. Now, sidebar, is Ronnie on one of the Freaknik tapes?
No.
Nah, Ronnie
is Freaknik free.
Okay.
She's Freaknik free. Why? Because that just wasn't her. And then 2, she got down there. She was down there probably with her aunt. She was working she's doing the office stuff or whatever, right? Which is how she met her husband because he worked in the building.
Little Anthony got caught shoplifting during the '96 Olympics, so she had to get a lawyer for that shit. He got caught trying to steal some Coca-Cola.
That nigga was at Lennox fucking up.
During the '96 Olympics.
Nigga was down in Atlantic Station trying to steal some Grand Hills. And he fucked up. Holy shit, that is funny as fuck. They're right. Anthony absolutely got caught shoplifting out of Atlantic Station. I assure you.
At the underground.
That's exactly it. Now, that would be the story. I would watch that. The Anthony years and years later, right? So his real daddy is in prison. The dad that he kind of grew up kind of knowing was killed very in front of him, right?
Yeah,
And his
so
mama
he
ended up with the lawyer at the office.
So he
and married
wilding
him.
right now.
He possibly that Ronnie was wilding and shit. I would love to see that. And Ronnie is, Ronnie is doing her best to raise him right and explain to him that what Caine was doing, what your daddy was doing, all of that is
Right.
horrible shit. And so I'd watch that. I watch that show.
Yeah, AWACS, what's AWACS doing?
Nigga.
AWACS started a barbecue business.
So AWACS still alive, still doing his thing.
Yeah, AWACS Grill.
And Chauncey, where's Chauncey at?
In hiding still. No, I think they found his ass.
You think they got him?
I think they got his ass.
They found Chauncey.
He couldn't stay. Somebody put he had to leave. The fun part is when you're dealing with the mafia, if you leave town, it doesn't matter. They're gonna find you. They got goons in other cities. Niggas, nah, you leave town, you probably good. They might, we don't have the resources.
Move to Vegas. You'll be all right.
Like we don't have the resources to really come.
I don't feel like niggas don't feel like looking for niggas.
Niggas ain't looking. Then you move up to Des Moines and be straight. Like so.
Oh, yeah,
Chauncey moved to Des Moines. That's all I want to go with.
Chauncey in the middle of the country.
Because like Caine didn't even want to leave. So and understand that there are niggas that are like that right now who have never left their city. But y'all saw the Wire. Like why would anybody want to leave Baltimore? So it's niggas that have never left. Caine didn't want to leave. Old Dog was like, y'all niggas done. The fuck y'all want to leave for? And not realizing, nigga, like there's so much more than what's in front of you, but they don't know that. It's all silly then. So yeah, it's so all Chauncey had to do was just leave the state. Really, he could have went to Northern California and
he probably went to he in Phoenix.
Right. He went to Phoenix or just went if he just would have went up just out of LA and out of Watts and just went to Northern California, they wouldn't have came and got him.
And you don't have no technology to know who's who. Like, it's in 93.
This is 93. All you got is a fucking pager.
A pager.
You got a pager on the
that you got to get to a phone to return the call.
Right. And phone, if you have a cellular phone in 1993, money was spent.
And the phone was in a bag.
The phone was in a bag. Like you legit had a car phone.
Or it was attached in your car. Like
literally, you literally had a car phone attached in the car if you had that. You can just go out. Everybody just ain't had no fucking cell phone. It just was not.
Call me on my car phone.
It was not an option. Somebody had a fucking car phone. Like nigga, what? What are you had to have been a doctor. Like this, that was specifically doctors, lawyers. There was big money. And
high-level drug dealers.
High level. And even with that, you're not even talking on the phone. Because drug dealers don't talk on the phone. People that really do the shit, you're not having those conversations.
He's only talked to his mama and his girls.
Yeah. What the kids want.
Like, hey, I'm gonna be through. You looking good though. I saw you over at the Apollo. You know what I'm saying? Let me swoop on by you real quick. I'm in the neighborhood now. Or saying I'm outside. That's the other cause that I'm outside.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Or you just say it to just be like, hey.
Or you put whatever little code.
Yeah.
That's it. I said, so we said Stacy didn't graduate. Ronnie's in Atlanta. Shit, who else was left?
That's it.
That was it. Because we know the grandparents, they died.
We know they did.
Real quick, the guilt. Can you imagine? Like, you literally kicked him out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gone. Like, I just can't imagine.
And then your daughter OD'd. Your
daughter OD'd. Yeah, like the guilt of it all, or whatever. Or then hell, even like so. Well, Ronnie doesn't know that Caine died trying to save her son. Mm-hmm. Like by the time she gets outside, all she sees is Caine holding him or whatever, right? And and being over him. So she doesn't realize that that's what happened. But I mean, if she ever does or even thinks about it, the guilt of that. If I would,
old dog let her know. My homeboy died trying to save your son.
Old dog told her. He told her. But if I wouldn't have told him to go outside and pack the car, because she told him to go out, everybody was inside. She sent everybody out. Like, go outside, go outside. So if I wouldn't have sent him outside to pack the car, if like my son wasn't out there, he wouldn't have tried to go grab him. So I can't even imagine just that thought process of it. He got killed in front of my house. We were supposed to be leaving today. We were moving. In the next 20 minutes, we were getting on the road.
Well, man, another episode of Tubi Classics. Thank you, Stacy, for this one, Menace to Society. Me and Scott will be back to our ratchetness, though, with our regular Tubi films. We'll bring you back maybe quarterly, Stacy. Unless people make you come back. And, the people be like, Stacy got to come back. And we only do
classics.
Yeah, we only come back for the real classics.
Listen, I am happy to be here and participate. My husband, who is gone right now, he just landed in Virginia. So I don't know what he's talking about.
Or say you a big sip, whatever. He recommend.
Where you at, man?
He sends me movies consistently to watch. We gotta watch that. That look good. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't look good at all.
I watched a lot over this holiday weekend.
Me too. Like, I finished all the First Ladies, Scott.
I still haven't watched that.
I watched all 3 of them.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Yeah,
is that the one with Hoops?
Yeah, Hoops and Jim Jones in there for one and a half minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Literally 1.5 minutes. I clocked it. He didn't even have a costume change. That's how long he's in there. He literally sit on the bed. Oh, girl, I'm here for you. That's it.
Damn.
End of Jim Jones. First Lady 1.
Okay.
But no, thank y'all for listening as always. We'll be back with another one soon. Peace.
All right.